So we have this client that reached out to us, and she was refused a UK visa. So we helped her go through her refusal letter, found out what the problem was, and then she opted for us to write her cover letter, which is a different service that I provide, and also help her reapply for a fresh UK visa. So what I'm going to be doing is that I'm going to be applying for her UK visa right now, right? And you're going to be watching me do it on screen right now. So if you have ever wondered how to apply for a UK tourist visa, this is exactly how to do it. So what you need to do right now is to click on the first link in my video description. Once you click on it, it's going to bring you to the interface you're looking at right now on my laptop screen, right? But if you have not done that already, I want to encourage you guys to smash the like button on this video, subscribe to my channel, and most importantly, turn on the bell notification button so that when I drop my amazing videos, just like what you're about to watch right now, YouTube is going to send you a notification instantly. And if at any point you happen to have any question, right, about the UK visa or any other visa at all, or travel, whatever it is, right, let me know in the comment section. I'm going to be there to answer all of your questions, I need to reiterate the fact that I am not a travel agent, so do not mistake me as one. What I do is that I actually provide visa advisory based on my own personal experience, right, with applying for visas or a Nigerian passport, and from my research as well, right? So let's jump right in. So what you need to do is, like I said, is to click on the first link in my video description. Once you click on it, it's going to bring you to this interface. And if you want to get in touch with me, the link is going to be pinned in my comment section. So if you click on the link pinned in my comment section, you're going to be able to get in touch with me, so I can probably do the exact same thing for you. So let's get started, right? I'm going to come here, and where it says check if you need a visa, I'm going to click on start now, right? It's going to ask you your country. So we're going to put in our country right here. And from our country, it will tell us whether we need a visa or not, right? So I'm going to be applying from Nigeria, and I'm going to hit continue. So what kind of visa are you applying for? Is it tourism, work, this, blah, blah, blah. So for her, it's tourism or visiting family and friends. So I'm going to hit continue. Will you be traveling with or visiting either your partner or family member in the UK? I'm going to say no. I'm going to say no and hit continue. It says based on information we provided, you will need a visa to come to the UK. I apply for a standard visa. Your answer is this and that again. So click on this where it says apply for a standard visitor visa. It's going to bring us to this interface. So if you scroll down right here, we're going to see where it says apply for a standard visitor visa. This is it right here. So you click on this. It's going to bring you here. So scroll down a bit and you see where it says apply now. So click on this and it's going to bring you to a different interface. Yeah, this is it right here. I'm going to say reject all. Your language is English. If you have a different language here, and select it, but for me, this is what I understand very well. So I'm going to click on this, come down here and click next. It's going to take me to the next page. Now your country, come here and type Nigeria, right, and hit next again. So the next thing, I have identified the location where I will provide my biometrics. So it's either in Nigeria, you have a center in Lagos and Abuja, I think. Lagos is via Ikeja, Abuja is somewhere in Abuja, I don't know. So I'm going to say I have done this, and I'm going to say next. Right, Nigeria is where we're going to provide our biometrics, how to apply. So I'm going to hit start now. So the first thing you need to do is to put your email address right here. So I'm going to be putting her email address right here, right now. So I'm going to put in her email address right here, right. Then I'm going to put in a password. I'm going to choose a password for her. So I put in her email address right here and choose a password. I'm going to hit save and continue. It's going to take me to the next stage, right? So it says, who does this email belong to? Of course, you're going to say you. Right, I'm going to hit save and continue. It's going to ask you, do you have other email addresses? Now, usually I would say no, right? Because there's no reason to start mentioning other emails that you own. From her previous application, she indicated that she has another email address, right? I don't want any contradictions. So I'm going to say yes. I'm going to say save and continue. Then I'm going to put the email address that she indicated that she had before now. I'm going to put it here. Who does this email belong to? You. Right, I'm going to hit save and continue. Now they're going to ask you, do you have another email address? I'm going to say no, right? Then it's going to ask you, which of these emails should we use to contact you of any questions and update on all of those things? So I'm going to say that we want this one. This is the one that she indicated that she wanted to be used to contact her. Which email should we use to send a decision on your application? This email as well, right? So which email should we use to communicate to you after your application? I'm going to select this email as well. So I'm going to hit save and continue. Your telephone number comes in here. Only include numbers. And for international numbers, include country code. Only include numbers. So plus shouldn't be there. It should be 234, then your number. So where do you use this for telephone number? For use, white in the UK. For use, white outside the UK, right? This is a Nigerian phone number, so it's for use outside the UK. So select whether it's your home, mobile, or work telephone number. So it's my home. It's also my mobile telephone number, right? So for her, it's her home and mobile telephone number, right? So I'm going to hit save and continue. It's going to bring it to the next step. Do you have any other telephone numbers? I'm going to say no. I hit save and continue. Now, are you able to contact her by phone? Yes. I can be contacted by telephone and SMS. This is the right one, right? So I'm going to hit save and continue. So it brings us to the next stage, right? So right here, we're going to be filling in her name, right? As a matter of fact, one of the things I do is that I print out this form physically, fill it with pen and paper, and I go through with the client to understand the fact that I have all the information I need to fill online. So I won't have to be calling you and saying what is here, what am I supposed to fill here? So I have that information right here on this form that I actually printed out, right? So I have her details here. So I'm going to say giving names, family name. So the next thing is to hit save and continue. Bring it to the next stage, right? So do you have any other names? I'm going to say no. She doesn't have any other names. I'm going to hit save and continue, right? What's your sex? Female, of course. She's a girl. A relationship status, single. I'm going to hit save and continue. Now, her address, this is where her address comes in. So I also have her address on my form. So I'm going to open the part of my form where her address is. So let's fill that in here right now. So her address is, okay, so this is her address, right? Somewhere in Lekki, Lagos and Nigeria. So I'm going to scroll down. Is this address also your correspondence address? I'm going to say yes, right? If you say no, they're going to ask you for your correspondence address. So I'm going to hit save and continue, and it's going to bring us to the next stage. Now, how long have you lived at this address, right? I'm going to say years, and I'm going to say 5 years. What is the ownership status of your home? I rent it. You know, if you own your home, you can say that or other. So I'm going to say save and continue. Passport number or travel document reference number. This is where you put in your passport number, right? So issuing authority. Now, normally on your passport, you see the issuing authority. Enugu, Abuja headquarters, Ikoyi, Lagos, whatever, right? So for her passport, it was done in Abuja. So he had Abuja HQRS, right? Date of issue of the passport, the day the passport was issued. So I'm going to come here and put the date. Okay. So we've put in the passport number. We've put in the place of issue. We've put in the date of issue of the passport and when it's expiring, which is 2027. So I'm going to hit save and continue. Of course, you're going to bring it to the next step. Now, this is your identity card. Do you have a valid national identity card? You can say yes or no. So this is where you put in your NIN. Right? Your NIN number goes in here. Issuing authority, Nigeria, right? I think it's NIMC, Nigerian Identity Management Commission, NIMC, I believe. I'll have to confirm that. Date of issue and expiry dates, right? So NIN number issued by Nigerian Identity Management Commission, or just say Nigerian government or whatever, right? This is not like that important. Issue date. NIN slip has issue date, the date it was issued, but it doesn't have expiry dates. You know, so put the issue date right here. I have to get that from the client. So I'm going to come back to this. So I'm going to hit save and continue. So we'll get to the next stage. Country of nationality. She's a Nigerian. Nigeria. Country of birth. I'm going to say Nigeria as well, which is where she was given birth to. Place of birth where you were giving birth to. So for her, it's Lagos. Date of birth. Her date of birth, I'm going to put it here and I'm going to hit save and continue, right? Do you currently hold or have you ever held any nationality or citizenship? For her, it's no. I'm going to hit save and continue. What's your employment status? Self-employed, right? Self-employed or employed or student or retired. One person can be everything, right? So for her, I'm going to just say self-employed. She owns her own business. She has a business and she also pays herself salary. So she's self-employed, right? So I'm going to say save and continue. What is your job? So I'm going to say beauty and aesthetics business owner. Beauty and aesthetic business owner. Okay. How much do you earn from this job in a year? Currency. I'm going to select NGN. How much does she say? Okay. So she pays herself 2 million naira every month. Right. So that's 36 million naira in a year. So let's say 36 million naira in a year. So I'm going to hit save and continue. So do you have any other income or savings? Other regular additional income? Yes, she has other income, right? So if you don't have any other income, you can just come here and select I do not have any other income and go to the next stage. But for her case, she has additional income. So what I'm going to do is to select this other regular income. So another income, right? Then total of this income, I think I did a calculation. So I wrote this down somewhere. So other income where she earns about 12 million every year. Right, for this, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, to make sure I wrote 12 million. You have 12 million every year. Oh, that's a mistake. That's a mistake. You see, mistakes like this are actually how people get their visas refused. So I'm gonna go back. Let me go and fix it. She earns 2 million every month, so that's 24 million, right? So not 36 million. 36 million is with this 1 million she gets from her side business. So this should be 24 million and not 36 million. So this would have been a straight refusal. Okay, so this is let's count this 1 2 3 1 2 3 0 24 million. Okay, so that's fine. 2 million a month. So other regular income, another income. So I'm gonna say, how much does she get from this? She gets 12 million from this. 1 2 3, right? Okay, so I'm gonna hit save and continue. So how much are you planning to spend on your visit to the UK? So I'm going to come here and say in NGN, her plan is to spend about 5.5 million naira for her trip. Okay, so 5.5 million naira, 5,500,000. That's fine. So that's like okay, yeah. So she makes about 3 million a month. So that's 2 months, less than 2 months of her income. 5 million. So flights should be like 1.5 million. Let's say flight is like 2 million. She's saying for 10 days. And yeah, so I think it's fair. So save and continue, right? So about your financial situation, what is the total amount of money you spend each month? How much does she spend each month? Let's say she spends about 500,000 every month, right? For her personal expenses, 500,000 every month. So that's fine. So I'm going to say save and continue. Will anyone be paying towards the cost of your visits? I'm going to say yes, right? Because her business transferred 1.5 million naira into her personal bank account with the remark, UK travel, whatever, right? So I also captured that in the cover letter I wrote for her. So someone I know, my employer or company, another company organization. So my employer or company, how much will this be? 1.5 million, which is already in her account. 1,500,000, which is already in her account. Why are they helping you pay for your visits? Okay, I own the business as shown in the compensation document. So this is just to support my holiday. So I'm going to say save and continue. Take us to the next stage. Will anyone else be paying towards the cost of a visit? Nope, nobody else. So I'm going to hit save and continue. Now, the dates you plan to arrive in the UK. So in the cover letter, I wrote that she's going to be coming. The flight I booked, she's going to be leaving for the UK on the 25th of May. That is May is 05, which is this month. Oh, I think I wrote 06 June. 5th of June, 2025. And she's going to be leaving the UK on the 5th of July, which is 07, 2025, which is 10 days, yeah? 25th, 26th, 27th, 28th, 29th, 30th. 30th is September, April, June, and November. So that's 31. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 11 days she's leaving. Yeah, she's going to be out. So that's fine. So 25th, and she's leaving on the 5th. So this is fine. So I'm going to hit save and continue. Now, spoken language preference, English, of course. So I'm going to hit save and continue. It will take us to the next stage. So main reason of your visit is tourism, right? Including visiting family and friends are all considered tourism. So I'm going to hit save and continue. What is the main reason of your holiday in the UK? Tourists, visiting family and visiting friends. I'm just going to say tourists, right? I'm going to hit save and continue. Give details of your main purpose of visiting the UK. So the main purpose of my visit is for holiday. I'm going to hit save and continue, right? So people financially dependent on you? Nope. Right? Children under 18, for her, she doesn't have anybody dependent on her. So I'm going to hit save and continue, right? Mother and father, of course, you have to provide the details of your mom and your dad. Give details about your first parents. I'm going to say mother. So I'm going to fill this for her mother and also her father as well. So giving names, then family name, which is the surname of your father or your mother, date of birth, country of nationality. Have they always have nationality? Yes or no, right? So I'm just gonna fill this out. So I have filled out the father and mother information, right? So right here is asking for family who live in the UK. Do you have any family in the UK? If you have, you can say that. You can actually bring them out. If you don't, just say no. You don't. So hit this. Traveling as part of an organized group? Nope. She's traveling by herself. So I'm gonna hit save and continue. So traveling with another person. Are you traveling with another person? The answer is no. She's not. She's traveling alone. So this is it. Accommodation in the UK. Beautiful. Do you have an address for where you are going to stay in the UK? The answer is yes. As a matter of fact, you must, right? So I'm going to say continue. She has an address. I'm going to say continue. So where are you planning to stay in the UK? If you are staying with friends, other relative, or in another person's home, give their full name. For her, she's staying with her friend. So I'm going to put the name of her friend right here. Then the address of her friend. This must be in the UK, where her friend lives in the UK. And of course, postcode and all of those things. Then the dates that she's going to arrive and the date that she's going to leave. And I'm going to hit save and continue. So I have filled the information, right? So the next thing is the date that she's going to be arriving in the UK, which is on the 25th of 06, 2025. And she's going to be leaving the UK on the 05, 5th of 07 2025. Then I'm going to hit save and continue, right? So if I hit this, it's going to bring us here. Other accommodation in the UK, nope. She's not staying anywhere else. So I'm going to say save and continue. UK travel history. Have you been to the UK in the past 10 years? Nope. She has not. So have you traveled to any of these countries? Australia, Canada, New Zealand, USA, Switzerland, or European Economic Area? And for her, it is a no. She has. So the question is, how many times have you visited the following places in the last 10 years? This, and this. And the answer is 0. Right? She's never been to any of these countries. So I'm going to hit save and continue. So you see why travel history is actually very important. So world travel history to other parts of the world, right? Do not include visits to the UK, USA, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, Switzerland, and EEA area, right? That is on another level. So that's for that other part I will just pass right. And this is for others. Have you been to any other country in the past 10 years? Yes, she has actually been to, I think, Benin Republic and Ghana, I think. So I'm going to hit save and continue. Which country did you visit? So she visited Ghana, right? What's the purpose? Tourism. She visited for tourism purposes. Which day did she enter Ghana? So I'm going to go to her passport now and find out the dates that she entered and the date she left on her entry stamp, right? So any country you go to, you actually get a stamp on your passport, entry and exit. Most countries, some countries don't do that anymore. So for Ghana, she was in Ghana. She entered Ghana 14/02/2025, and she left on the 17/02/2025. Right? Save and continue to get to the next stage. So the next thing, if you have another travel history, you can put it right here. For her, she has also been to Benin Republic. So I'm going to be saying yes and including that right here. Benin, right? So that's Benin Republic. Tourism, she was there for 2 days, I think. So she traveled to Benin Republic on the 17th of March, 2023, right? And she came back to Nigeria on the 19th of March, 2023. Okay. So save and continue. These are 2 travel histories. So that's why it's important for you to actually have travel history. Any other world travel history? Nope. I'm going to hit save and continue, right? So for either the UK or any other country, have you ever been refused entry at the border and all of those things? And yes, she was refused a UK visa initially. So I'm going to hit save and continue. An application for a visa was refused. Which country? United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. Do you have an appeal against decision? Blah, blah, blah. Nope. She doesn't. When did this immigration problem happen? I don't like how they call it immigration problem. So we need to find that refusal letter and find the date and put it here. So the date is 3rd May, which is 2024, May of last year. Right, give more details. So according to the refusal letter, I was able to deduce the fact that the issue that they had with it was about her intentions, her business. She didn't explain her business very well. She didn't even indicate that she owns the business in the application. And of course, her finances, right? They said that there's a lot of money that wasn't accounted for, so and all of that. And so this is what I was able to deduce. So I'm going to hit save and continue, right? So do you have any more immigration problems? Nope. Let me confirm this. So I just called her now. I just confirmed that this is the only immigration problem that she has had. So have you had any immigration problems? Nope. I'm going to say save and continue. Okay. Have you ever entered the UK illegally, breached UK immigration law in any other way? Nope. Save and continue. Okay. So criminal conviction, another point. At any time, have you ever had any of the following in the UK? Criminal conviction, penalty or driving offense, caution. No, I have never had any of these offenses. If you had, right, it should actually indicate that you have. Okay, so if you've had it, you should actually indicate that you have. So I'm going to say most blah, 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 blah. In either peace or wartime, have you ever been involved in a sort of involving a war crime and all of those things? Nope. I have read all the information now about war crimes, including the guidance and all of this. So you need to click here and read all the information about war crime. So I'm going to hit save and continue. It's going to take us to the next stage. Right. You must choose. Have you ever been involved in, supported, or encouraged terrorist activities in any country? Nope. Right. If you have, you should say yes. So, okay. So, have you ever been a member of a nope. For this, nope. I have read all the information and terrorists. Okay. So, save and continue. Right. So, have you ever been a member of extremism? Nope. Extremist view? Nope. Read this and continue. Save and continue. Okay. So it brings us here. Have you, as a part of your employment or otherwise, undertaking paid or unpaid activity on behalf of a non-UK government, which you know to be dangerous to the interest of the national? Nope. Have you ever engaged in any other activity which might indicate that you may not be considered a person of good character? Nope. Have you stolen somebody's wife? Have you, but that's not what they mean, as a matter of fact. Is there any other information about your character or behavior which you would like to make us aware of? Nope. I'm going to say save and continue. Okay. So, your employment history. Have you ever worked in any of the following: armed forces, government, including police, intelligence services, media organizations, judiciary? I have not worked in any of the jobs listed above. I'm going to hit save and continue. Additional information about yourself. Now, what most people do is that what they have on the cover letter, right? What should be on the cover letter, they actually put it right here, right? More information about you and all of those things. You can actually use this, right? But this will limit you to 1,000 characters. So what I normally do is that I leave this thing blank and provide every information that I need to provide on the cover letter. So that's what I'm going to be doing. So I'm going to say save and continue. So we are done with this right now. So you can take your time and review what you have filled, right? You can take your time and actually review this, right? Take your time and go through everything. Your address, your what's it called? Your passport number, make sure it's correct. The issue date and expiry date, make sure it's correct. Everything. The amount you earn every year, the amount you spend on yourself every month, stuff like that. Take your time and go through all of these things and make sure that everything is correct. Yes, there are no mistakes, right? So what I'm going to do right now is to so once you're done going through this, you need to come here and hit continue. So the next thing for us to do is the document session. Mandatory documents, your passport, travel passport, right? Travel documents, evidence of funds available, which is your bank statement, right? Evidence of support you receive from your sponsor, including details of what the sponsor or what support your company is providing, right? Evidence of relationship, if any, between you and your sponsor. The evidence that your sponsor is not or will not be in breach of UK immigration law at the time of your visit. Uploading your documents, which we are going to be doing all of those things and paying your fee, right? And all of that. Then we're also going to hit save and continue. It's going to take us to the next stage, okay? So you're saying that if your application is successful, there will be conditions to your visa to leave to remain. This will include, for example, whether you will be able to work in the UK. If you stay in the UK without permission, you will be detained, prosecuted, fined, imprisoned, all of those things, right? Of course, you know this. So I confirm that I understand and I accept these conditions. I'm going to hit save and continue. So the next thing for us to do is this declaration. I am the applicant, aged 18 and over. I am the applicant, age under 18. I am the parent or legal guardian. I'm submitting this form on behalf of the applicant. So this person is submitting as herself. I'm just hoping her filled the information. She's submitting as herself. So I'm going to say I accept the above, right? Because she's an applicant and she's over 18. I confirm that I understand all of this. So I'm going to hit continue, right? So which kind of visa is she applying for? So you can apply for a 6 months visa, a 2 years visa, 5 years visa, and actually a 10 years visa. Depends on you. I think my next UK application, I'm going to be doing a 2 year visa for myself, So, but this costs differently, right? The amount is different. So what I'm going to do is to hit save and continue. She's applying for a 6 month visa, save and continue. So this is the amount that she's going to be paying, $176 US. That's what she's going to be paying, right? So, and UK visa and immigration will contact you. So I'm going to hit save and continue. So standard service is $176 in total. Most people get a decision within 15 working days after attending their biometric appointment, right? For those of you who ask me how long does it take, it's 15 working days, which is actually 21 full days, which is 3 weeks. So I'm going to come here and hit save and continue. So it says, continue to work to make a secure payment. You will be able to download a copy of your application form after payment has been taken. So I guess that's it. So what I'm going to do right now is to call the client, right? I'm going to call him on video call, on my phone. Then I'm going to get her to, I'm going to click on this show and edit answers so that me and her can go through everything step by step so that she's sure that there are no mistakes on her application. So after that, we'll now come here and click on continue to word pay. And of course, they will make payment, right? They are paying for the application. I'm not paying for that. And of course, we now get to the point where we upload the payments and book appointments. So let's do that next. This is the checklist. We are done with payments. It brought us to this place. So this is the checklist. You can download your checklist, which you should download as a matter of fact, because this is part of what you'll be needing in the visa application center. You need this, right? So that's one. Then you also need to provide documents and we're going to be coming to this. Now, there are also other things that you can perform, other actions as a matter of fact. You can download a copy of your application, which I would encourage you to download because This is everything that you have filled in your form so that you don't forget it next time you actually fill in your form. You can also cancel your application and get a complete refund right now, right? So let's go ahead and provide documents and biometrics. So we're going to be uploading our documents and of course providing our biometrics. Now it says you are about to be transferred to a commercial partner's website to make arrangements to provide your biometrics, fingerprints, and your facial photograph. You can return to your application at any time by logging in via the link sent in your payment confirmation email. Your application may not be successful unless you complete all mandatory actions on the previous page, which we have done. So I'm going to hit continue right now, and it's going to take us to VFS. So this is the right now the VFS website. So important update for customers booking appointments. So it's telling you that the payment is now going to be in pounds and no longer in naira. I can't remember the time that the payment was in naira. So this is where you choose your appointment. So there are different types of appointments. There is the assisted biometric enrollment, which they will help you to take your picture, photograph, and your fingerprints at the VFS center. This is free. Now this is paid for premium lounge appointment. You know, these are for the big men. You're probably like yourself. You can go there anytime. You know, they offer you coffee or drink. I think it's water that they offered the last time. I can't remember. And all of this, right? Available in selected locations only. There's also prime time service where you can come in early in the morning, evenings, or at weekends. You know, outside official working hours. You know, but you pay for that. There's also on-demand mobile visa. So where they come to you, I think they'll come to you and they do your biometrics in your preferred location. You know, then individual appointments, group appointments, and of course group or more than 5. Then there's a group of 5. There's optional paid service, document upload assistance. If you want them to upload documents for you, you have to print the documents, take it there. They'll upload it for you, but you pay for that. There's also passport courier return. You want them to return your passport to your address, right? They can also pay for that, right? So what do we want? I want, this is our reference number automatically. Then group is one. We are doing one group, right? Just one person. This is our client. This is my client's email. And you're going to select your location where you want to provide your fingerprint and biometrics, basically. So we're going to be selecting Lagos VI. So this is the fee you're going to be paying, 76.50 pounds. That's what we're going to be paying. I'm going to hit continue, right? And this is loading up. So just give it a while. Okay, beautiful. Yeah. So this is a standard visa, this and this. So if you are disabled, you can select this. I may need support at the visa application center. You know, so but my client is not disabled, so she doesn't need that. Now, it's telling us that the appointment date available earliest is on the 12th of May by 2:40 p.m. Right, that's what's available. Initially, it was 11 a.m. that was available, so that has changed now. So if you go to 9th of May, you probably not see any available time slot that is free right here. So this is it. No appointment slots available for 9th of May. You come here, all these ones are actually paid. See premium lounge, these are the time, so you can't get anything here. And we're looking for the paid one, for the free one. So let's come to May 12th, and it's telling us that what is available is that's going to show up in a minute. Okay. So what's available for 12th of May is 2 p.m. right? 2 p.m. You know, this is paid. We are looking at these free ones, right? So this is a paid prime time. You have to pay 85 pounds for this. It's 86 pounds. This is 97 pounds. But we want the free one, which is this standard assisted free. That's what we're looking for. So I think I need to speak to the client now to confirm if she wants this 2 p.m. on Monday, or let's look at Tuesday and see what's available. Okay, so there's 11 a.m. There's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2 on Tuesday. All right. So I'm just going to call the client and confirm. I'll come back to this video. So I'll just spoke to the client now, and they chose this 10 a.m. on Tuesday. So I just selected it. So I'm going to scroll all the way down to the bottom and hit continue. Right. Okay. So this is self-upload, document self-upload, which is free, which means I'm going to be uploading a document that I said, which is what I'm going to be doing. So I'm going to hit this. So if I scroll up, you're going to see that they also have VFS will help you preparing, sorting, and arranging your document for yourself. Well, you have to pay 28 pounds for this. Then if you come down here, you also see courier return, where they will return your passport to your address. There's 20 pounds for this and 20 pounds. I don't know the difference between this. I've never had them return my passport. I always go to pick it up myself. You know, and that is free. Pick it up yourself is completely free. International courier return. If you live in a different country, they want to return it to you. This is fine, right? Passport collection outside hours. You want to come and collect your passport outside their working hours. Maybe you have a job, you are busy and all of that. You can just walk in and collect. You pay 14 pounds for this. Keep my passport while I apply. You pay 30 pounds. What this means is that you can actually apply for this UK visa without leaving your passport with them. So you only bring your passport when they have approved your visa and they call you to bring your passport. You bring it to them, they stamp it, they put a sticker visa on it, and you go. So paid other services, the premium lounge, where you come and you lounge like a boss. They give you water and attend to you like a chairman. Flexi appointment, you can flexible time, right? You're not limited to a particular time slot. Convenience plus ease of application. I don't know what this is. It's actually very expensive, £181. I know. This is £110. Comfort plus. Notification service, which is £2, right? They will send you email, text message to your phone. So we don't want any of these. We're just going to be paying £76.5, which is the standard fee. So I'm going to hit continue. And it brings us to this next stage. So our location is Nigeria. You're going to the UK and your visa application center is VI, Lagos VI. So you can click on edit and edit this if this is not correct. So, but it is correct for us. So this is the customer's name, reference number, standard assisted. This is the date of appointment and this is the time of appointment, 10:30 a.m. to 10:40 a.m. Yeah, this is it. So this is a client phone number. I have read this as well. I'm going to close this, right? I'm going to hit pay online and it's going to take us to where we will make payments right now. So let's go ahead and make that payment. And for this, I'm going to be paying with my GT Bank dollar card, right? That's what I've started to pay this one with. So it says, please be patient while your transaction is being processed, right? I'm using my GT Bank card. So normally they would send me a code. GT Bank will send me a code or I can use my token to complete the payment. So a code has been sent to me from GT Bank, right? So they just came in. So it's telling me that somebody is trying to make payment with my card. So I should, if it's me, I should impute the code that has been given to me. So the code came to both my email and of course as a text message to me as well, right? So what I'm going to do is to put the code that was sent to me. So I'm going to hit confirm, right? So let's see if this works. Please be patient while your transaction is being processed. So it's returning us to the merchant site. Appointment or payment status. So this is loading up. It looks like it's going to be successful, yeah? So you see how easy that was rather. Appointment, you have successfully booked the appointment. Thank you for choosing the service and blah, 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 all of these things. Did you find it easy to book an appointment? Yes. So this is optional, right? But yeah, okay, let me do that. Yes. Appointment time and location that suits you. Yeah, you can do all of this and submit, or you can just go to dashboard, right? So I don't want to, should I do it? No. So let's do this. Where were you offered services that are suitable for you? Yes. Did you require any assistance while booking your service? No, I didn't. How would you rate this? Just give them a 5-star rating so that they'll be happy. No, not like it means anything. So that's actually optional. You can just leave it and click on dashboard, right? You don't have to do all of that. So this is where you do your customer details. So you make sure that everything is fine, right? This is the name of the customer and all of those things, right? So the next thing for us to do is to do document upload, self-upload, right? So let's upload all the documents for this customer. So I'm going to hit upload right now. So you need to upload a passport or travel document of this person from Nigeria, sponsor in breach of UK evidence, so she doesn't have a sponsor, she's sponsoring herself, so there's no need for this. Evidence to support support you will receive from your sponsor, there's nothing like this. Funds available for this relationship with evidence of some all of those things. So let's fix this. Proof of application. So this is where UK document checklists, I told you guys to download them. So we're gonna upload that here. Choose file and upload, right? Then educational evidence, if it's important. For this, it's not important. She's not going to school in the UK, so she doesn't need this, right? Accommodation, so where she's going to stay and everything that her friend has sent to her, because she's staying with her friend, or if you booked an accommodation, you do all of that, you upload all of that right here. Medical information, if it's important. There are some visas that you need a letter from your doctor, medical report, tuberculosis, all of those things, you need to upload that. For this kind of visa, the visa is not applicable. Financial evidence, this is very important. Bank statement and all of those things, you're going to just click on upload and upload that right here. Life events, right? Sponsors and employment, whatever that is. Others, proof of business, all of those things. So I'm going to upload this right now, and once I'm done uploading, I'm going to hit this place and click on save and upload. That's all.
If you want me to help you look at your application, right, to make sure that you've actually done the right thing, or you've been refused for a UK visa before and you want me to look at your refusal letter and help you figure out exactly what you did wrong and how you can actually fix it, all you need to do is to click on the link that is pinned in the comment section just below this video. Once you click on it, it's going to take you to Seller, and that's exactly how you can actually get in touch with me, right? And one of the services that I also offer is writing your cover letter for you, right? Doing it right. And if for some reason you're not able to fill this form yourself, I can also help you fill this form. But all you need to do first is to get in touch with me in my consulting class, because I need to ask personal questions to understand your economic and financial circumstances. That way, I'll be able to write your cover letter, advise you, or even help you fill your form, right? And like I said, how to contact me is to click on the link that is pinned just in the comments below this video. Once you click on it, you can actually get in touch with me.